Quiz time! Which Mercedes-Benz SUV slots between the GLA and the GLC?
And time! That's right, it's the GLB.
The GLB is a newcomer to the luxury SUV field, so here's a quick primer. It's a compact yet roomy SUV that shares its engine and basic structure with the CLA sedan. Base price, including destination charges, is around $37,500 if you don't mind driving a front-wheel drive crossover, but all-wheel drive is offered for an extra $2,000. And despite its diminutive dimensions, the GLB can be optioned with third-row seats. Alternatives include the BMW X1, Audi Q3, maybe the Lincoln Corsair, or Lexus NX for good measure.
Given its commonality with the CLA, I'm just going to read the next bit from the CLA review, but I promise I'll read it with passion.
Propelling the GLB is a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine paired with an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. The Duo generates ample power and rapid, nearly invisible gear changes, though an observant driver might note occasional clunkiness from the transmission, especially at low speeds.
Even though the GLB has one more gear, everything I said about the CLA applies here, and perhaps more so. I've had a few occasions where the transmission is either too eager or not eager enough to downshift. That one worked well.
So yes, the GLB's transmission is occasionally confused, but who isn't these days? And I'll note, some other KBB testers had no problem with the transmission. Gearbox debates aside, according to Mercedes' estimates, the GLB blasts from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 6.9 seconds. Skip out on all-wheel drive, and you can expect some wheel hop and traction control intervention if you floor it from a stop. You can also expect slightly better fuel economy. And you would be wrong.
I had to triple check, but yes, the all-wheel drive GLB is somehow more efficient. Science.
One last efficiency thought, the automatic engine start-stop feature saves fuel when the vehicle is stopped, but restarts are jarring. Thankfully, the button to defeat the system is right next to the starter. That's handy. Naturally, there are faster, more expensive ways to buy a GLB, like this GLB 35 right here. With 302 horsepower, AMG enhanced dynamism, and 0 to 60 acceleration a tick higher than 5 seconds, the GLB 35 facilitates action-packed trips to your kid's viola recital. For normal driving, ride quality is outstanding.
And to prove my voiceover correct, watch me drive over this big old bump. Huh. Nice.
Fling your GLB with lateral abandon, and you might notice some body lean, but steering efforts are manageable, and truly, who's testing ultimate road holding in a compact SUV?
Come on, baby, show me what you got.
Yeah, there's one in every bunch. Key takeaway, the GLB is lovely to pilot, offering a controlled ride, a variety of drive modes to suit your taste, clear visibility in most directions, and minimal interior noise. Speaking of, man, Mercedes has a way with interiors, regardless of price point.
Even though it's among the brand's less expensive offerings, the GLB's interior very much looks and feels Mercedes-worthy.
In particular, those Germans have a knack for crafting satisfying controls. Oh, that click is wondrous. The GLB's tactile joys help justify its premium price. Where infotainment is concerned, the MBUX system is controlled via a trackpad, through a controller on the steering wheel, or by touching the screen itself.
As an idiot, Mercedes' menu structure isn't immediately intuitive to me, but your results may vary.
While dual 7-inch screens come standard, I highly recommend the optional dual 10.25-inch displays as seen in our test car.
As seen elsewhere in Mercedes' lineup, you can make demands of your GLB using voice activation. Hey Mercedes is the magic word.
How can I help?
It's getting hot in here.
I'm reducing the temperature on the driver's side to 64 degrees.
Mercedes, you're a classy lady.
One cool detail, the system is smart enough to recognize which occupant is making the request, so your front passenger won't accidentally change the temperature on your side. Moving to an undeniable GLB strength, we have interior space. Headroom is properly outrageous throughout, and rear seat legroom is similarly excellent. Those rear seats slide and recline, and the middle section can be adjusted independently. Further rearward is a plentiful 27 cubic foot cargo area.
That number drops by 3 cubic feet if you get the optional third row. That's right, did you forget there's a third row in this thing?
Our car doesn't have the third row, but based on the available space, it cannot be adult-worthy.
In fact, Mercedes suggests third row occupants be 5'6" or less.
but for occasional kid hauling, a couple extra seats is awesome. Compared to the BMW X1 and Audi Q3, the Mercedes-Benz GLB has a slightly higher base price of $37,500, though that sum includes dual-zone climate control, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, automatic emergency braking, a power liftgate, and a keyless ignition, but not keyless go smart key access for the doors. Of course, Mercedes is happy to facilitate grander GLB ambitions via the option sheet. If you'd like dynamic cruise control, steering assist, blind spot warning, seat heating and ventilation that can be operated simultaneously, thank heavens, and an AMG styling package like on our tester, here's what the basic GLB looks like, all of that can be arranged. Just be ready to drop nearly $60,000 if restraint eludes you. One last comment, while there are plenty of competitors for the GLB, perhaps the ones that should be most worried are the Mercedes-Benz CLA and GLA, which are cozier than the GLB, yet similarly priced. And GLC, you're also on notice.
There are certainly cheaper ways to haul oat milk home from Whole Foods, but if you want a compact SUV that's truly indulgent and looks the part, the GLB is a worthy candidate.